Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Fall Volunteer Fair at Fresno City College. The Volunteer Fair supports local nonprofit organizations with student volunteers like you. Today, you will meet volunteer coordinators from 15 organizations who will share their agency mission and volunteer needs. To get this event started, we are going to hear from Linda Stalling from the Central California SPCA. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Miley. Thank you for inviting me. Okay, so we are the Central California SPCA. We're also a humane society, and we've been around since 1895. First, we're going to cover some basics about the SPCA. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. We handle in excess of 21,000 animals annually, and our mission includes protection, placement, and education. We are an open door shelter. That is the most important thing to know about us. No animals are ever turned away. We take in pets, barn animals, and we will receive wildlife and make sure that it gets to the correct agency for care. The three pillars include these. I'm not going to go over these in detail. You can look at them yourself and pause the recording if you're interested. But basically, it comes to that there's animal care, there are services to the public, and then there are education and media services that we offer to make sure the public knows what we have to offer and how to care for their pets in the best way. Okay. To become a volunteer, you can be as young as 8 years old. We have no special skills required. We love getting Spanish speakers. We have very flexible self-scheduling 7 days a week. We do have a lot of policies that we'll cover in training and orientation and a dress code. The only expense is a $15 t-shirt that also covers the supplies that you will use. You can assist in a wide range of areas, including adoptions and strays. Next. The exotic room, our cattery, dog walking and socialization, very important. With facilities and maintenance in a wide range of areas. As an office assistant, assisting with volunteer and education departments. You can also help with our children's programs. We have a wide range of those. Many of them are on Zoom at this point, but also in person as things loosen up. And we have our youth program. Those are for our junior high and high school students. We also have a number of special events, including fundraising like our golf tournament, helping at events like the fair, and then our offsite adoption trailer, which will show up here next. There it is, our offsite adoption trailer. We also have a lot of work that can be done virtually. Everything from projects for classes to sharing posts, making things at home, baking treats, also sometimes graphics and computer and research work. You can work directly with me to make sure that you're able to get hours that you might need for school or for any other service organization. This is detailed information about how we assist college students. I'm not going to go over this, but you can take a look at this and find out all the ways that we can help you if you are working for school. So what's next? This is the most important slide. The first step is to fill out an application on our website, which is there. You'll be invited by email to attend an orientation, which may be Zoom or in person, depending on what's going on. You'll have some forms to complete, and then you'll become activated and create a password for your own scheduling profile. After that, you can go on to your schedule and you can choose, pick and choose what you want to do and when you want to do it, which is a great perk for our volunteers. If you're working on a group project, I will work with you personally to make sure that we meet the goals of your class and also assist us to meet our goals. Your service hours are all logged on your profile, so you can see those from anywhere that you have internet access. And this is how you can stay connected with us. We have a wide range of ways to do that. And at the bottom is my direct contact information. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Linda. And up next, we are going to be meeting Angelica Torres from the Rape Counseling Center of Fresno. Welcome, Angelica.
Thank you for having us, Miley. My name is Angelica, like Miley had mentioned, and I am from the Rape Counseling Services in Fresno. We have 2 office locations, one at 259 North Blackstone Avenue, that is before Cesar Chavez heading towards downtown area. And then we also have another office in Fireball for the rural area at 838 O Street. And over there, the location is called Carza Mason Center. And then we have a 24-hour crisis line, is 559-222-7273. Next slide. Our mission statement is to end rape and sexual violence and empower survivors while supporting a safe consensual relationships. So RCS, we are there as a safe haven for survivors to come get counseling and therapy services and any other needs that they are trying to get from the trauma they had encountered. You can skip this slide. So all of our services are free and confidential. Immigration status does not matter. Minors are welcome to seek help on their own, coming into our office, calling that crisis line. We do have advocates and trained therapists, and they're licensed as well to give those services. And we do have education, which is what I do. For RCS to the public, we educate them on what is sexual assault and how to prevent sexual assault incidents. And for our volunteer program and internship program, we have a 40-hour training that is a training that lasts all week. And you can sign up by going to the RCS Fresno website, and there will be the contact. It would be Raquel Garcia that will contact you to be able to do that 40-hour training, and then you become a licensed or a certified sexual assault counselor. And then you can move on to the next slide. And then again, we are RCS Fresno. Those are our 2 office locations. And then again, we have our 24-hour crisis line, 559-222-7273.
Angelica, thank you so much. Great information.
Thank you, Miley.
Thank you. Our next presenter is from the American Red Cross. Abigail Nolte is here to share information on how to volunteer. Great services. Go ahead, Abigail.
Hi, everyone. My name is Abigail Nolte. I am representing the American Red Cross here in the Central Valley, also a former Fresno City College student, so go Rams. The International Red Cross and Red Crescent Network is the largest humanitarian organization in the world. So the American Red Cross is proud to be part of that legacy for over 140 years. Our mission statement is to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies by mobilizing the power of volunteers and the generosity of donors. The Red Cross is 90% volunteer-led, so that's where you come in. We have 5 lines of service, including disaster relief, so that's wildfires, hurricanes, etc. We offer service to the armed forces for military members and their families. Preparedness and training, so some of those CPR classes and swimming classes that you might see, as well as international services, so humanitarian efforts during armed conflict around the world, as well as in certain counties, not this one, but biomedical, so life-saving, blood collection, and research. We are always seeking volunteers. It's a great opportunity for students to meet new people, get those college credits, and of course, a wonderful resume builder for those of you working on your professional resumes to work for such a well-known organization. Particular opportunities for some of you right now is we're in California and we have a lot of wildfires as we speak. So right now I am actively recruiting volunteers to work in our shelters. These are volunteers that will assist in helping those that have been evacuated due to a natural disaster, particularly wildfires. Like last year, the Creek Fire was made a huge impact in our community. So always looking for volunteers to help in that area. We also have opportunities if you are a nursing student to work under a licensed nurse in our health services department. And we also have a special opportunity called the DAT team, it's Disaster Action Team. Every 8 minutes, the American Red Cross responds to a home fire. Fresno experiences a lot of home fires. We send out volunteers to assist in this time to help families cope with that and give them resources and assist them. So you'll see it on the news all the time. The families are being assisted by the Red Cross. Those are all volunteers. So that's an opportunity to work with people in their greatest time of need. It's how we fulfill our mission to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of an emergency. So we're really looking forward to getting some new volunteers working with us. Again, we do offer school credit. We log all those hours, and we provide all of the training virtually that you will need to complete these roles and become part of our team. We log all of those hours for you, of course. So you can get started right now, redcross.org/volunteer to start that application process. And send me a quick email to let me know that you're interested. Connect with me. I'd love to talk to you in more detail about the other opportunities we have as well. Again, I mentioned we have 5 lines of service, so definitely can find something of interest to you here at American Red Cross. So thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to meeting some of you. Thank you.
Awesome presentation, Abigail. Thank you so much. Great American Red Cross information. I appreciate it. The next organization is Catholic Charities, and is Gustavo Gutierrez in the room? Okay, so Catholic Charities is an awesome organization. They support so many of us here at Fresno City College, especially with our RAM Pantry. And this is their information. They do a lot in the community, and they are there with food, clothing, and other basic necessities. And they are looking for volunteers. Here is the information. You can email them or connect with them through Facebook or Instagram. So please take down this information if you want to participate with Catholic Charities. Up next is Jennifer Lohr from Marjorie Mason Center. Welcome,
Hi.
Jennifer.
Hi, are you guys able to hear me? Okay. All right, hi, my name is Jennifer. I am representing Marjorie Mason Center today. So I'm just going to introduce a little bit about who we are as the Marjorie Mason Center. If you guys want to move to the next slide. So we first opened our doors in 1979 after the death of Marjorie Mason, who was kidnapped, assaulted, and killed by her ex-boyfriend. Our mission as Fresno County's only provider of domestic violence shelter and support services is to support and empower adults and children who have been affected by domestic violence while striving to prevent and end the cycle of abuse through education and advocacy. What services do we have? So services that we have currently available that are linked to volunteers are, first off, our safe houses. Our safe houses are strictly confidential, and we shelter both men, women, and their children who have been affected by domestic violence. Those who are assisting in these locations will be assisting our teams who work there, as well as directly with our clients who reside there as well with their daily needs, groups, classes, and donations. Under counseling, there are 2 categories. There are our clinical team and our life transition program. For clinical side, their services are directed more directly to the adults and their children, while for our life transition program, their services are actually to the party, which we refer to as a party who's caused harm. Another term for that is perpetrator, which we definitely don't like to use. But again, the terminology that we refer to them as is the party that's caused harm. And I do want to emphasize that those individuals who are interested in the counseling department, usually they're looking for marriage and family therapy hours. For or legal assistance. As of right now, we are not accepting volunteers under legal assistance. However, we are accepting volunteers for our Children's Enrichment Center. For our Children's Enrichment Center, volunteers who participate in this department will be assisting our clients with child care. What I mean by child care is tutoring, homework help, games, crafts, and recreation activities. And then we have our crisis support, which is our 24/7 hotline. So volunteers who are interested in our crisis support will be assisting with the hotline calls, intakes, and assessments. Definitely, these are just brief overviews of our services. If you are interested in learning more, you're more than welcome to go to our website and do a little bit of research on your own. After learning a little bit about this, if you are interested in volunteering, volunteer opportunities that we have. First step, always, if you can move to the next slide. Oh, one more slide before that. One more. Oh, I'm actually missing a slide here, but volunteer opportunities that we have. Definitely, we have our meal pickup, meal packaging, meal delivery, client service assistants, special event volunteers, as well as, like I mentioned, our Children's Enrichment Center. So these are volunteer opportunities we have currently available. They are limited, and therefore the first step always is to fill out that volunteer application. If you are interested, again, more than welcome to go to our website and read through exactly what each opportunity entails, the description that is involved with it, and fill out that opportunity, that volunteer application with the opportunity that you are interested in. And like I mentioned, all opportunities right now are limited, and therefore not all opportunities are open. Some requirements that we do have. So no history of domestic violence in the last 2 years, no felony charges for violent crimes, as well as our expectations for our volunteers or interns is that you volunteer for a minimum of 4 hours a week for 3 months, unless you're completing a one-time project or class. Additional requirements, I do want to emphasize this, definitely all volunteers go through this process, is a background check, a drug and TB test, a 40-hour domestic violence training for a full week, as well as an additional requirement we recently added is that you must be fully vaccinated. And this is for your protection as well as our clients' protection as well. The 8 hours batterers intervention program is an additional requirement only for those individuals who are interested in the life transition program and working directly with the population that's caused harm. If you have any questions, if you're interested, definitely you're more than welcome to reach out to me. My email is listed on the screen. Again, I am always happy to answer any questions or inquiries about volunteer requirements and opportunities that we have currently available. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer, for sharing that great information on the Marjorie Mason Center. Up next, we're going to be meeting Erica Bird from Fresno State's Bulldog Pantry. Erica, are you in the room?
Good morning. Unmute works well. Thank you for having me this morning. We are the Bulldog Pantry. We are located right across the street from Fresno State at 2311 East Shaw. We are not exclusively for Fresno State students. Let me just say that up front because people do think that. We are open. We are a completely volunteer and student-run food pantry that is open to serve anyone in need in the community. So those of you at Fresno City are more than welcome to come and volunteer with us and help us serve. Or if you need or your family needs services, you are also more than willing to come and get food from us as well. We have been here since 2007. So this is going into our 14th year of being a completely volunteer student-run organization. And we have both virtual and in-person opportunities available. There is more information about specifics on our website that lists the opportunities. Most of our opportunities are in person and they involve sorting and bagging the food for the families and then being on hand to distribute that to the families. So on Friday afternoons, we typically do our setup for our distributions, and our distributions are on Saturday mornings. The distributions shift is about from 8 to 11:30 in the morning on Saturday, and on Friday afternoons, it's much later. It's about 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., something like that. It varies a little bit based on when we get our food. If you are interested, even if you just want to find out more information about any of this, go ahead and send us an email, and the email was up on the last slide, the Bulldog Pantry at gmail.com. Normally, our distributions are on the second and fourth Saturday of the month. It's always 2 Saturdays of the month. Sometimes with holidays, it shifts around a little bit. And there is a map of where we're located. We're on the southeast corner of Shaw and Jackson, and we would love to have your help.
Erica, great information. I did not know that the Bulldog Pantry is not exclusively for Fresno State students. So good information, and Fresno City College students can volunteer and make a difference at Fresno State. So that's awesome. Good information. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Okay, we are going to go next to the director of Rise Inc., to Lee, who's going to talk about Rise opportunities. Hi, Tu.
Hi, Molly, and thank you for having us here. I just want to say hi to everybody who's just starting off their careers. And I know that no matter where you guys want to go, you guys will be successful as long as you guys want it bad enough. My name is Tu Lee. I am the CEO of Rise Inc., a local 501c3 community-based organization founded right here in Fresno. We are a new and up-and-coming nonprofit here. We were established in 2019, and we got our space in 2020, right before the everything got shut down. But we are still here. We are still growing strong. We are growing faster than even I can imagine. And that is why we are reaching out to see if anybody wants to come and help us grow. And so for our volunteer opportunities, you get to be a part of an organization at its growing stages. And so if you would like to see how a nonprofit organization is run, get the insights on it, this is a great place to do it. Because we are a community-based organization that addresses community-based needs, we have so many programs that focuses on the youth, but we're not all inclusive of the youth only. So we have opportunities for office assistants, project assistants, because our media team, we have a full suite media team. So we are very, very into multimedia. So we need photographers, videographers, anything media production, and anything marketing. So it could, from media production, it could be from recording to post editing to social media handling. So there's a lot that we do. And your ultimate growth is our goal. So when you come in as a volunteer, we will do an assessment and go through it with you to find out where your strengths are, find out what your weaknesses are, and then try to pair you to a project director who can help you grow in the area that you want to grow, but also shore up your weaknesses and also shine a light on your strengths. And so that's what the assessment will be for. Our volunteer program also focuses on personal and professional development. So we offer workshops as well to help people touch up their resumes, how to write a professional resume, how to write a cover letter. We will have mock interviews and stuff like that to prepare you guys for wherever you guys need to go as well. Our aim is to put you in the best position for success wherever your endeavors may lead you in life. And so with that being said, our programs, we have our Rise Angels, which is an ambassadorship program. We have Rise Rhythms, which is our music program. We have our Shine for Education, which is our educational pathways project-based learning activities program. We have Rise Sports, which is our sports program. We also have karate, but it focuses a lot on self-discipline. And so there's a lot that we do, but we also have special events also as well, which we will need a lot. And our focus is to make it fun and to help you grow. Our Rise Music Festival, if you follow us on our social media, that's where you can stay the most up to date about our events. But we have like our night markets, we have car shows, we have our Rise Music Festival that is coming up. We have a fashion show planned. So there's a lot of things that are going on right now. And as the economy opens back up fully, we are going to need a huge volunteer force. So we are looking forward, I am looking forward to meeting with each and every one of you. And again, our goal is to help you grow and get into the best position for success wherever you like to go.
Wow, Tu, that's great information. I'm excited. You've got a lot going on and you're building so many great programs for students to just empower themselves. So I like the title of your organization, Rise. It helps every student rise to what they want to be. So thank you so much for sharing that wonderful information.
Yeah, no, Miley, I just wanted to say one last thing. Our
Yes.
motto is we rise by lifting up others. So
Love it. Thank you so much, Tu. I appreciate everything you just shared. Students will love great opportunities, you guys. So we're going to move on to Hands-On Central California and Elba Scherer.
Thank you, Miley. So my name is Elba Shear. I'm with Hands-On Central California, which is a 501c nonprofit that's been serving Fresno and the surrounding communities since 1962. We actually serve the 7 counties along the 99 corridor from Tulare County all the way up to Stanislaus. We are a little bit different type of nonprofit. Our mission is to inspire, equip, and mobilize residents to take action to serve their communities. So we kind of are the nonprofit behind the nonprofits. We connect volunteers to volunteer opportunities, and we do that by helping other nonprofits get their volunteer needs met. We do have programs of our own as well, but one of the biggest things that we do offer is our volunteer opportunity calendar. We have it's open to nonprofit agencies and government agencies, and they can post their volunteer needs on our volunteer opportunity calendar. So you never know what you're going to find on there. And they run the gamut of anything from youth volunteer opportunities all the way through to our senior program. And we have worked with Fresno City College students in the past to help connect them with volunteer opportunities for classes and service learning. We also offer national volunteer service opportunities through AmeriCorps. And so to give you an idea of some of the more current volunteer opportunities and needs that we've seen in the communities, a lot of the food pantries, a lot of the food distribution sites, food banks are looking for volunteers to help with increased food need due to COVID. There's also been an increased need for home delivered meals for seniors because of COVID. We are also seeing the American Red Cross touched on the Creek Fire. We're working with the Sierra Hills Conservancy group that is working on recovery now for the residents who were impacted by the Creek Fire. And if you look at our volunteer opportunity calendar just this last weekend, there was a volunteer opportunity where people could go up into the foothills and they're cleaning brush and debris from the fires from properties that were damaged from the fires. And yeah, that was the right slide. So that's just an idea of some of the opportunities you may find on there. You just never know what our nonprofits, because they control their volunteer opportunities. So if you are not sure, you can always go on there and see what's going on. If you're looking for a one-time opportunity, there's also ongoing opportunities on there. For example, the Alzheimer's Association is always looking for college students who might be willing to do virtual presentations and workshops on their services. And there's a lot of agencies doing virtual right now that are offering those kinds of educational opportunities. And as college students in the younger generation, you're very well versed in using technology, which is a plus for you in this area. We've also done managed projects where we work with the city and have done neighborhood cleanups. We've been working with Beautify Fresno on that. We've done like house painting projects, curb painting, alleyway cleanups, park cleanups. You just never know. There's also sometimes right now, because of COVID, a lot of hands-on opportunities for working with children are not available. But as things start to open back up, we've also have a lot of educational opportunities where you could support a youth educational project or program. So I hope this will inspire you to go check out our calendar, which you can find on our website, which is handsoncentralcal.org, which is listed on the screen. And we hope you find something that will interest you. And if you don't find something and you're looking for something and you can't find anything local, feel free to give us a call. Sometimes we know about things that are happening that didn't make it onto our volunteer opportunity calendar. Or we can point you into the direction of one of our partners who will have an opportunity for you. We pride ourselves on a good fit. We want everybody has a passion and that want to serve. We want to connect you with an opportunity to help you do that. So our vision for the future is that everyone will recognize their power to change the world through service and be able to serve their communities. Thank you, Miley. I appreciate the time.
Thank you, Alba. Good information. You're like the hub of volunteer opportunities. So if you're not sure, check in with Hands On. They can direct you into an area that you're interested in. Thank you so much. Well, kind of segueing in, you did mention the Creek Fire Recovery Collaborative. We're going to be hearing from Sandra Jean to talk about what opportunities are available and what's happening with the recovery.
Yes.
Hi, Sandra.
My name is Sandy, and I'm with the Creek Fire Recovery Collaborative. And is there a general slide, a general flyer slide that we can show first? There we go. Thank you. So the mission of the Creek Fire Recovery Collaborative is to assist in long-term recovery and rebuilding of the mountain and foothill communities that were affected by the Creek Fire. The Creek Fire started on September 4th in 2020 near Shaver Lake. This fire destroyed almost 900 structures, and many of those were people's main primary homes. So the fire also burned nearly 400,000 acres of forest. And what this means is that people living in and around Shaver Lake, Huntington Lake, in the many communities, scattered through the mountains, they lost their homes, or they lost their jobs and businesses, or they lost both. So our collaborative, like I said, it's a long-term recovery group. We have member organizations, more than 50 member organizations. They include nonprofits, faith-based organizations, community service groups, and representatives from local, state, and federal government agencies. So the key here is long-term. Fully recovering from a disaster like the Creek Fire, it takes years and years. Every survivor has different needs during this recovery process, and these needs may or may not be met by existing government programs or by insurance money. Speaking of insurance, many people who lost their homes did not have fire insurance. It is unaffordable and largely unavailable. Or even if they had insurance, the payout was not enough for them to rebuild a home. And also many survivors found out they don't qualify for the federal FEMA assistance. So the goal of the Creek Fire Recovery Collaborative is to help our neighbors kind of navigate a maze of assistance that's available and help them negotiate the lots and lots of red tape that's involved in rebuilding. So we work with our partner organizations to identify the survivors' needs that are not currently being met by existing programs. And we work to provide, whatever is needed, whether that's money, materials, or manpower to get their needs met. So we can go on I've got 2 slides about events that were held. If you can, there we go. This one was mentioned earlier. So here's the ways that we use volunteers. We partnered with this organization to have a fuels reduction work day. We invite people to come up to the mountains in their work clothes and work all day outside on various cleanup and restoration projects for people that like to work outdoors. You can show the next slide. Yes, this is an example of a special event that we're doing. It's on September 4th. If any of you would like to come, it should be a lot of fun. So we need volunteers to help us work at these special events up in the mountain communities. This one is as a fun fundraising event. We also have resource fairs. We organize town halls to give survivors more information about what's happening today. We also have ongoing needs for people to serve on our committees. We have fundraising committees, communications, other committees, and that can all be done remotely. They're all the meetings are done via Zoom. Another current opportunity we're looking for 2 people to help as communications and social media interns. These are obviously volunteer unpaid positions. Focusing on public relations and social media. And what we've learned with a long-term assistance, we need to keep telling the story. We need to keep people interested in the cause and involved long-term. So we hope that you will consider working with the Creek Fire Collaborative and help our neighbors and survivors of the Creek Fire rebuild their lives. And if you're interested, the best way is to email us at the Creek Fire Recovery Group at gmail.com. Thank you so much.
Wow, Sandy, great information. And our heart goes out to everyone that has been affected by the fire and the fires that are burning in the state of California. So great information. And students, we hope you will come alongside and participate and support them in their fundraising efforts, which is so important. Thank you. Up next, we're going to hear from Martine Cano from Care Fresno. Martine, are you here?
Yes, I am. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Martine Cano. I am the admin and volunteer coordinator with Care Fresno. Care Fresno started in 1995, so it's been around for 20 plus years. It actually began with the Fresno Police Department. And it was focused on serving the under-resourced neighborhoods, focusing on young adults. However, things have shifted over time where the value of our time is shifted towards the children. And so you see our brochure here with pictures of our leaders. They're with kids, just doing fun stuff with them, being silly. That's what Care Fresno, really the heart of it is being in the heart of these communities, where we have 6 sites going on 7, where we just serve kids and connect with their families. And we do that through our mission statement mentions it, through programs and mentoring and our local partnerships. So if you could go to the next slide for me, please. Great. So you see the programs there. Right now, we're shifting towards after school program because of school being in session. So we kind of follow the school year. So right now the after school program is coming up, and that's a great opportunity for someone wanting to get involved with kids. I've done it myself. I started off as a volunteer and now I'm working for Care Fresno. So there's opportunities for you to really grow and actually even be on mission, which is mission care, and you actually can live on site, free rent. Serving your community and learning how to build relationships and become a leader. And on top of that, you're helping others, young children, become leader themselves for their community in the future. We have great testimonies of our leaders training up young leaders, and over time, those young kids grew up and became leaders themselves within Care Fresno. It's a really great program to get involved in, to see your community and to be involved and to help out. So we'd love for you to come aboard and see your community and the needs and be a part of these kids' lives. And if this speaks to you, you can go to the next slide, please. Oh, the one before that. Yeah, right here, keep in touch. So that's our phone number there, 473-4746. However, if you wanna get involved real quick, just email me at admin@carefresno.org and we'll get you set up with an orientation either in person at our office or we'll do a video conversation. So that's all I have for you, but we'd love to have you. Please come aboard and see your city and be a part of it by helping out your neighbor.
Awesome information, Martine. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Volunteerism is all about learning to lead yourself and the community. So great information, and learning leadership is something we all need to do. So we are going to move on now and hear from Gabriela Fernandez, who's representing Central California Food Bank.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gabriela Fernandez. I am the Vista AmeriCorps member for Central California Food Bank. And I'm just going to talk about some volunteer opportunities that we have. We have a lot, but first and foremost, Central California Food Bank serves 5 counties, Fresno, Tulare, Kern, Madera, and Kings County. We help feed over 300,000 families each month. And that's just through the distributions that we are partnered with churches, schools, organizations, and stuff like that. On this flyer, we have the events that we are recruiting volunteers for throughout the fall semester or fall term or fall season. The first event that we need volunteers is for the Central California Food Bank annual golf tournament. It is a huge fundraiser event where we have people that play golf and for money, and there's drinks, and volunteers are going to be partnered with the staff member and help either assist on course, or they're going to help with registration and setup. For volunteers, coffee and food will be provided. Only coffee in the morning, but for lunch will be provided for the afternoon shift volunteers. So our next couple of events we have here are our Saturday sorts. The Saturday sorts happen typically the first Saturday of each month. Obviously, as you can see, it doesn't really follow that pattern, but we have the National Day of Service Saturday sort, which tends to be a popular one coming up. That one is on September 11th. We have our regular October Saturday sort, which is October 2nd. And then we have our Spook Away Hunger Saturday sort spectacular, which is on October 30th. For this one, we do encourage people to come in with their costumes and bring in their friends and family. It's a fun event to where, we have a costume contest and a raffle, so you guys can bring in, go all out for your costumes and maybe win a prize. All of these Saturday sorts start at 8 a.m. and end at 11 a.m. Sometimes it goes later depending on the project, but that's generally the time frame for these events. Is there a next one? Oh, no, just kidding. Okay, so besides these events, we do have our Groceries To Go program that does recruit and need volunteers. Our Groceries To Go program is our curbside emergency pantry service on our site. They help provide emergency food relief to the community. Volunteers will assist clients by appointment only with emergency meal box, a range of fresh fruit, vegetables, dry foods, and/or dairy products to the client's cars. Volunteers will help with intake, answering phone calls, customer service, placing the food in the client's trunks, and basically that's what volunteers will be doing. As you gain more experience, you do gain more of a leadership role in the food pantry that we have on site. In order for volunteers to do the Groceries To Go program, we have an orientation that happens at the same time of the Saturday sort, except it's at 9 a.m. So if you guys are interested in doing this, I recommend going to our website, which is the ccfoodbank.org/volunteer. A lot of these opportunities will be listed on there. The hours for the Groceries To Go program is Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. But we have shifts for volunteers to come in. So the first shift would be 7:30 to 10, 10 to 1, and 1 to 4. If you have the availability and flexibility to come in and stay for the whole day or do multiple shifts, you are more than welcome to do so. We just ask that you guys register ahead of time on the website that is on here. Our next volunteer opportunity that we have are local community food distribution. So the work that we do at our site is a lot of the background work, a lot of behind the scenes where we pack the food in the boxes. The local community food distributions are basically on site where you get to witness firsthand the people receiving the food that we make here. We have several distribution sites, one at Emmanuel Lutheran Church, one at Our Savior's Lutheran Church, and another at Grace Community Church. All of these churches and the times and the events are listed on the website as well, that is on this screen. And they are at different times and different days. So they occur depending on the site's availability and that they have contracted with us. A lot of it is super fun and it is fast paced and does require physical labor work as well. Because sometimes the food is heavy, so just a fair warning. Our last volunteer opportunity that we have is at our site. It is a distribution center assistance. Basically, you can come in ages 5 and up. You can bring in family, you can bring in friends, and basically just pack emergency meal boxes. So sometimes we'll be packing boxes of food where it's like an assembly line, or you'll be help sorting the fruit that is donated to us through the farmers. Through those distribution center assistance events and times occur Monday to Friday. As of right now, it's from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. But when September comes, those hours will be extended and it'll be from 8 a.m. to 10:30 and 11 to 1:30. Once again, if you guys have any questions or if you have any things you want to say or give us a call, our website is on the screen. It's ccfoodbank.org/volunteer. If you want to check out our Instagram page, it's at CCFB Volunteers, and you can call us at 559-237-3663. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabriella. Great information on the Central California Food Bank. Up next, we're going to meet Sarah Penalty from Habitat for Humanity.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for having us today. My name is Sarah Penalty, and I am the Volunteer Engagement Manager with Habitat for Humanity Greater Fresno area. Habitat for Humanity is an international organization that serves around the entire world. Here we serve areas of Fresno and Madera counties. Our mission is putting God's love into action by bringing people together to build homes, communities, and hope. And we do that in a variety of ways with volunteers, which is why we are here today to share how you as a student with Fresno City can get involved with that mission here in Fresno and Madera counties. There are a variety of ways to do that, which is really we fall into 3 main categories, which you'll see on the screen. The first, which is really one of the most popular ways that students get involved because it is the most flexible, is our restores. The restores are stores that sell new and gently used home improvement items. They are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Volunteers at the store get to help with a variety of different projects that could range from sorting donations to helping assemble items to putting together displays to helping customers. There are 3 locations, one in Clovis, one in Fresno, and one in Madera. At that location, we have volunteers ages 14 years and older, so there's a little flexibility with age as well. Our next projects that I want to share a little bit more about are going to be more tied to the community and probably more what people think about when they think of Habitat and when we think about building homes and communities. One of those is new home construction, which is Habitat's signature program, and that is where you are actually building houses. Habitat's signature program of new home construction takes place on most Saturdays. They do fill up quickly, but they do happen most Saturdays in the mornings from 7:30 to 12:30 p.m. You do have to be 18 years or older to sign up for new home construction, but you do not have to have any experience. The way that our program is set up is that you learn everything you need to know while you're out on site. You don't even need to know how to use a hammer before you get there. And so new home construction does take place in different locations. It does depend on where the tasks, where the homes are being built. At that time, we are currently building in Clovis, but that will change throughout the semester and school year. But we do have volunteers that help with our new home construction process. The next way, we also believe that building homes, communities, and hope is more than just building new. It's also helping build and take care of what already exists. So investing in our current housing stock as well as our current neighborhoods. And that is through a program called Neighborhood Revitalization. And so through Neighborhood Revitalization, we have a program called Acts of Kindness. Acts of Kindness is a beautification project where we do small minor beautification projects. So think of things like painting, landscaping, gardening, trash removal, cleanup projects. So small things that make a really big difference in the community for a local homeowner or for a local community organization. These take place every Tuesday and every Thursday in the morning. We like to beat the heat, and they are also typically they're appropriate for ages 14 years and older. And there's something that are pretty popular as well. You get to meet the homeowner, work alongside the homeowner if they're able. If they're not able to complete the task, they're always there to greet volunteers so that you get to know the person that you're helping. But they're very community-based and very community-oriented as well, which is a huge part of Habitat. Habitat is a hand up, not a hand out. Our goal is to empower those that we're working alongside. And so part of that is really getting to know. Our mission is bringing people together, and that's one of the ways that we do it, is volunteers get to meet the people that they're helping support. And so Acts of Kindness is another really great way to link with the community. In addition to some of those direct service opportunities through new home construction and Acts of Kindness and the Restore, we do also have other ways for students to volunteer. And this really falls into those special projects that you may have, whether that's an internship or service learning hours that may be more closely tied to your major. Volunteers help us in a variety of ways, whether it may be a special event like a fundraiser or a golf tournament, or in our office, or through a specific back office task. So data entry, front desk, data analysis, photography, if you have a special skill. If that is something that interests you, please give us a call. You'll see on the slide that we do have some specific contact information. Our email address is volunteers@habitatfresno.org. You can also reach us via phone at 559-237-4102. extension 115. You can also sign up right online. You can create a volunteer account as well as view our calendar at habitatfresno.volunteerhub.com. If you have any questions, again, please feel free to reach out, and we look forward to building with you this semester and school year. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Sarah. I love that hand up. Habitat for Humanity, great information. We are going now to meet Dom Ortiz from the Discovery Center. So Dom, please join us.
There you go. Good morning. Let me see. Yeah, this is our logo, our address, 1944 North Winery. Go to the next slide. We're the Fresno Discovery Center, and our motto is where science is kids play. This is a view of the from Winery Avenue, and parking is on the street. Next, please. We were founded in 1954. It was actually a natural history museum and was created by two Fresno City college teachers, and they wanted to get children interested in science way back when. And so our mission is to ignite curiosity and imagination in the Central Valley youth by providing hands-on STEM experience. So we've actually moved from natural history to STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math. Next, please. What is the Discovery Center? We are actively engaged in children program with friendly and knowledgeable educators, and we are 5 acres of property. We have a cactus garden, a pond, playground, and much more. Go ahead, next, please. This is our organization of our board and our executive director. Next, please. These are the services offered. Overall, We have quite a few things that we are involved with. I just help participate as a volunteer in the summer camp. I'm non-paid volunteer coordinator. Next, please. And these are the volunteer opportunities. I deal with the grounds, and so during the COVID pandemic, on-site volunteered, we are limited to the outdoors. We can help with program and maintain 5 beautiful acres in a urban setting. The offsite is for the future. As things calm down, we will be looking in marketing program exhibits and other areas that you possess talents in. So we also deal with adults over in my age group, which are seniors and so forth. Go ahead, next one here. This gives you an idea of the 5 acres of property that we are on. This is kind of a worksheet that I wanted to expose you to that I'll never run out of things to do here because weeds grow, plants grow, and we take care of gardens, the pond where we have the animals, and even in the science center where we have our volunteer opportunities. Go ahead, next, please. Currently, COVID protocols are in place. Face masks are mandatory, social distancing. Maximum group right now, we're managing 10 students. And we do have a signed COVID release from the volunteers that we have coming to Discovery Center. We've actually been doing this since June of 2021. And so can you hear me or are you having trouble with my volume?
It's good.
Okay. Next, please. So we work with teams. It's best to have students come together and work as a team to perform community service at the center. And we work on beautification projects, trail cleanup, and exhibits maintenance. Again, everything is outdoors currently. I do work indoors, but mainly by myself, and we are all vaccinated, the volunteers that I have there working together, board members and so forth. Go ahead, next, please. Our outdoor project started 8 a.m. To noon. And usually it's a 4-hour commitment. You give it an orientation. I am the one actually working with you all the 4 hours. I do not leave you. I have Friday, Saturday, and Sundays are available. The Sundays are for students who actually work on Saturday and have classes on Friday. And I do make arrangements to have teams of students come over and to complete some of their projects if they're doing service learning. Next, please. Who benefits? We definitely have families, friends, and school groups in the whole Central Valley, up and down probably 5 counties that do actually come to the Discovery Center. Go ahead, next, please. You are not alone. These are the organizations that have been currently and have been working with us, from faith-based, Conservation Corps, the Amigos, that's the seniors that I'm part of. We have skill sets. I like to work with my hands. I'm an electrician, and we have carpenters and so forth. And we're mostly we're a retired group, mostly over 62 years of age. Education from Fresno City, high school students we have come over, Fresno State, Marketing 100S. Fraternity, sororities, we have Eagle Scouts projects, and mostly the volunteer requirements are your institution have a code of conduct, and you actually fulfill that code of conduct when you're on site with us. And there's my org contact right there at the bottom. Next, please. Reflection. I personally feel I've been there 10 years, and I've enjoyed being a coordinator at the Discovery Center. That's Bowser, a Sulcata tortoise, and those are young people that have volunteered in the past. And again, we're following COVID protocols. Go ahead, please. And we volunteers do get the job done. For the small amount of time that you do spend there, we feel you get a lot out of your participation at the Discovery Center. Go ahead, next, please. Our motto is, you bet we sweat. As volunteers, this is actually pre-COVID. We provided N95 masks to them because we were working with concrete, and that has dust, and we did not want them breathing that. So we do follow a lot of safety procedures in and before the COVID, and now even afterwards. Next, please. To learn more, this is our website that you can go onto, and the email for the desk. They'll notify me, or you can call and they'll notify me that you've called, and we can work with you as individual or as a team of students. Go ahead, next, please. And that's it. You're into the next.
Thank you, Dom. Wow, that
Marjorie.
was a great tour of your facilities. I don't think I've ever seen all those great pictures. So wonderful information, great pictures. And yes, you guys look like you get the job done. So thank you so much. Up next, we have Every Neighborhood Partnership with Janessa Heffler.
Hi, everyone. I'm here on a school campus, so there might be extra noise behind me. But great to be here. Janessa Heffler, work for Every Neighborhood Partnership. If you want to next slide. So we're basically a local nonprofit that we help connect volunteers primarily on school campuses. So getting our schools need the support, especially now. So we just help get volunteers connected, working with kids. One program is our Saturday Sports. It's a Saturday morning program where you'd come and interact with kids on the school campus, mostly outside. So playing games and activities, providing lunch for the kids, really providing green space and activities in neighborhoods where kids may not have a little league team to go to or have those activities. So that's one. Another volunteer opportunity is literacy mentoring. And so you work with kids one-on-one in the classroom, working with kids who really need extra boost on their reading skills. So it's really, like an intentional program to help kids become better readers. So you get to help them become better readers and mentors in their life. So that's at least 1 hour a week on that. And then we also, in light of COVID, last year we did that fully virtual. So mentors met with kids still one-on-one and still worked on reading skills, but all virtually, just like the photo shows. We still have that option open, and we're remaining flexible as all our kids are on campus right now, but we know that could change. And so we still would provide the support online. Another site just to keep in mind is we help keep Serve Fresno up to date. So servefresno.org is a website with our service opportunities, but lots of other service opportunities throughout the city as well. So it has a lot of good like one-time needs, recurring needs. So feel free to check that out and sign up as you see things that work for you. If you're interested, go to our website, everyneighborhood.org/volunteer app and fill that out. And that's where you'll mark, are you interested in Saturday sports? Are you interested in literacy mentoring on campus? Are you interested in virtual literacy mentoring? And you'll just indicate which areas you're interested in. And then it's usually me who reaches out. So I'll reach out to you and we'll get you set up with an orientation and fingerprinting and anything else that needs to happen. And I think that's it, right?
Yes, I think so. Great information, Janessa, and thank you for joining us, even though you're working. We appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Oh, thank you. So we are at our last organization, and Sandra Aguilar from Girl Scouts of Central California is going to share their volunteer opportunities. Sandra, can you unmute? Okay. I know Sandra's in the room, but she might be looking for the unmute button. Everyone knows about Girl Scouts of Central California. There is a lot that girls can do with Girl Scouts, and they're always looking for volunteer support. And they help girls build courage, confidence, and character to make the world a better place, which is awesome. They have opportunities in their office. They've got events, internships, long-term volunteer events, and you can do your intern hours there if you'd like. They've got a lot of events coming up this fall. So please go ahead and connect with Sandra. I think she had to leave us today. I think there's one more slide. They have an event coming up. It's their 12th annual Agri-Nation event. And that is happening on the 18th. Oh, it's coming up soon. So students, if you're interested in getting involved with the Girl Scouts of Central California, please connect with Sandra. She probably got called away, but there's her email. And of course, we all know they They have great Girl Scouts cookies, and thank you to the Girl Scouts for making the donation to the Fresno City College Ram Pantry this summer. We really enjoyed, it was almost a pallet of cookies that we shared with our students here at Fresno City College. So everybody, that ends our presentation. I want to thank everyone and all the nonprofits for sharing your awesome volunteer opportunities. The benefits of serving others are many, and Gandhi has said the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Tony Robbins says that we should live to give, and others have reminded us that volunteers don't necessarily have the time, but they have the heart. So if you want to make a positive difference in your community, please give your heart and your time to help our nonprofits thrive in these challenging times. Thank you, everyone, and have a great semester. And thank all of you nonprofits. Bye-bye.